More than ever, finding ways to get the best out of your talent is critical. Not only does it help those individual players find their feet or improve quickly, but also creates better utility in the squad. We have a great mix of established players becoming superstars and fringe guys taking the next step up. Let's head over to Geelong and the most versatile athlete in the competition. Out of Taylors Lakes in the EDFL came Mark Blicavs. We're going to focus on two of his seasons specifically. From 2013 to 2017 in his early career, he played everywhere. It was mainly ruck, forward, and then he transitioned more as a pure midfielder, either on the ball or on the wing. He netted his first best and fairest in 2015. It was 2018 the first major positional move of his career would happen. Remarkably, at 27 he would finally get stability in a spot, this time as a fullback. With Tom Lonergan, Andrew Mackie retired, and injuries to Lockie Henderson and Harry Taylor through the season, Blicavs was the only possible key defender left at stages. He was one of the top-rated key defenders in 2018, using his combination of speed and size to shut down opponents. He didn't make the All-Australian team, but was an easy choice for the squad, and at the end of the year won his second best and fairest. This role mostly continued until 2022, when another big shift came after round 6. He was back as a ruck, wing and even tagger. Sam De Koning's emergence that year allowed Blicavs to roam free again. His size made him a great solo and backup ruck, while rounds 17 and 18 against Melbourne and Carlton saw him play defensive roles on Petrarca and Cripps in 2 Geelong wins. His size mismatch playing like this was best seen in the 2022 Grand Final, when he drifted forward and easily took a mark on Luke Parker. For the year, he reached an exact 13 player rating, which has been his career high. We haven't seen any other player like Blicavs, and 2 significant positional moves have helped him win a best and fairest, followed by a premiership. Normally as players mature, they graduate from the forward line to the midfield, not Toby Green. His career hasn't been that conventional, but the move to become a permanent forward 50 player has been huge. His first 3 seasons saw him play on ball for the developing Giants, being their leading ball winner. As a teenager, Green averaged 28 disposals per game and gathered 41 coaches' votes in his first season. The next 2 saw him continue his ball hunting ways before more forward time in 2015 gave a preview of what was to come. He still only kicked 15 goals that year, but it was a career high at that point and was the platform for the Green we know today. 2016 was his breakout season. His total of 23 games gave a return of 44 goals, but he still clicked over 21 touches per game. It may be a surprise, but it's his highest rated season to date. He took home the GWS Best and Fairest and made his debut in the All-Australian team, being named at half forward. 9 times he kicked at least 3 goals, and in the final series he booted home 5. 45 goals in 2017 backed this effort up, but between 2017 and 2022 he played 93 out of 137 possible games. Even with the timeout due to injury and his own on-field mistakes, he won the goal kicking 3 more times and was named All-Australian in 2021. Fast forward to today, and the public image of Green has swung 180 degrees. The negative reputation he had written for himself has now transformed into a discussion about where he sits as great captains in the competition. His 66 total goals, 20 Brownlow votes, and best and fairest win probably sit under his 2023 accolades. His leadership, which got the Giants a kick from the grand final, earned him All-Australian captain. It was a big deal on the night and showed how much he had matured in a quick period of time. The once scrappy on-baller has now become a mismatch in the forward line and recognised as a game changer. The first 6 seasons for Bailey Dale all felt the same. On the field, he looked like a damaging forward capable of using his speed on the lead to hurt defences. But at his size, it's it's hard to fit in the modern day forward line. You're either a monster key forward or a small crumbing player. Very few exceptions exist right now. At 188cm and a lean build, Dale was still able to play 59 games over those first 6 seasons, but he could never cement himself, often being named one week and out the next. 2017 saw him develop a little, kicking 17 goals in 16 games, gathering more of the ball, but the next season he fell back to 10 games. More hope arose at the end of 2019 as the Bulldogs stormed home to play finals, and between rounds 18 and 23, Dale exploded, kicking 20 goals in a 6-match stretch. It looked like he had found the perfect role, but no. 9 games the next year for just 7 goals. Having Luke Beveridge as your coach always provides hope for a wacky position move, and fate went Dale's way. Coming into 2021, he was again looking to play wing forward, but in the first practice game against Hawthorn, the opportunity to play in defence came about. What a move it's been. Not only did his play help the team improve in 2021, but established himself in the 22 and as an elite running defender. 16 disposals in round 1 against Collingwood would be the second lowest tally of his year, as he regularly went above 20 touches. On the way to a grand final, Dale averaged 24 disposals per game, including 17 kicks, a disposal efficiency of 80%, and he gained over 500 metres per game. It was the perfect role for his speed and kicking skill set. At the end of 2021, he was rewarded with an All-Australian jacket, capping off a quick rise from fringe player to star. The form has continued on, and he has been reliable for the Bulldogs. He did see a slight form drop off in 2023 and wasn't as damaging with ball in hand, but should bounce back to his 2021-2022 standard. Finally, we move to Collingwood Premiership player Jeremy Howe. He burst onto the scene for his high marking ability, but in his early years never had much winning success. His 5 seasons at Melbourne never ended in a winning campaign, and 4 times the D's finished with 5 or less wins. 2011, 12 and 13, his first 3 years, saw him play 56 games and kick a respectable 65 goals. He was a high jumping forward that could get up the ground as well. He did begin the shift to defence in 2014, but would still feature forward, and when he moved to Collingwood in the 2015 off-season, then Pies coach Nathan Buckley sought to play him as a forward once again. "I was going to play on the wing and wing forward. That was the role," he said on SEN Sports Day. "The story goes that all our backs went down, and Bucks come up to me halfway through training and said, 'Unfortunately, I'm going to ask you something that I promised I wouldn't. I'm going to ask you go back.'" Overall, it's been a great move. 4 out of his 8 seasons at Collingwood have had winning records. He's played in 2 grand finals, with last year his first win. He overcame that horrific broken arm in the process and had to manage pain throughout the season. He hasn't won a best and fairest or been All-Australian like the others in this video. He's been so solid for Collingwood when he has played, perfectly pairing with Darcy Moore. He can intercept better than most other defenders his size and can springboard attacks. He had great highlights forward of the ball, but Buckley's decision to permanently make him a defender has led to much more winning.